I'm Jim from Come Play With Us, and in this video I am going to be playing Tidal Blade's Heroes of the Reef. This is I believe the first game in the Tidal Blades universe, I would have to say. There's been, I believe, a card game since, and of course the new Tidal Blades that has come out to backers recently, that is like kind of an adventure game. So this is the first the game, at least that I know of, in the series, and this is kind of a Euro game, sort of a Euro game. It's a dice drafting and upgrading game where you're trying to do challenges. There's worker placement, challenges with dice, leveling up of characters, special player powers, like a whole bunch of different mechanism in this game. This game has a really interesting theme. I'm not quite sure about the world or anything, like how this works, but you're kind of like training to become this Tidal Blade, and you're engaging in a tournament here to kind of prove that you can be a Tidal Blade. And there's a number of arenas you're going to be performing in. In the kind of like right side of the board here, there's these 3 arenas where you'll be performing your challenges, hopefully in front of the judge to gain points. There's the fold over here where you'll be fighting monsters that come out of the fold, kind of prove your worth against the monsters. And then in the middle here, we got the Citadel of Time where you'll be drafting your challenges. And then there's a market down here at the bottom. Yeah, so there's a lot going on in this game. I'll try to keep everything straight. I will try to do a full playthrough, but I do like to time box my playthroughs to about an hour and a half. So I'll, see how far we get. I might cut it short, just in the interests of keeping the video under my time limit. But by then I'll have at least you'll have a really good idea of how this game plays by then. There are 4 rounds to this game, and I'll be playing the solo variant. So it's a little different from the regular game. The regular game is just a straight points game, where you get points for completing challenges, getting moving far along this champion board. You get points for how far you advance in the 4 attributes on your character board, things like that. In this game, none of that. In the solo game, none of that matters. It's all about the champion board, and so basically you're trying to get further than the rival on the champion board by the end of the game. The game will end instantly in a loss if the rival gets to this last point here. So instead of trying to get points in this game, we'll be trying to focus on moving up the champion board, which is quite a bit more difficult than getting points. I also have 2 allies that will be helping me. They're on the side here, these 2 characters, and they're also on the leaderboard. So I'm this purple guy here. Can't remember what's my name. Echo. And I have 2. These 2 are my allies, and this is the rival here. He'll start between the 2. Now the way this works is I can use my allies to get an extra action, and I can use their ability card on the face-up, whatever face-up ability card is currently, as long as I am either ahead or on the same space as the ally on the champion board. And then every time I do that, they will move 3 spaces ahead on the champion board. So you're kind of trying to keep up with them to keep using their actions and get their extra actions. The rival will always go first, and there you do get this solo mode, handy dandy solo mode board, which is really nice because it describes in detail all the steps of running the rival's turn and what they do, and then it gives you some hints about your turn and how it differs from the regular game. So that's really good. So I'll be referencing that. You do have some nice player aids here. So the basic gist of the round, or how a round goes. So each day we're going to move your character to an available action space. So one of these action spaces on one of these boards around the table. Then we're going to take the reward on the action space, and the reward from whatever arena or board that you're going to. They all have a different reward that you get. They call it the island bonus. And then if you have a challenge that corresponds to one of the islands, there's 3 islands that you can do challenges on. If you have a related challenge, then you can attempt to do that challenge. If you're in the fold up here, you can fight a monster. Okay, and we're going to keep doing that until we run out of, turn markers or action markers. And then once we're done, we'll do the end of round. At the end of the round, we're going to check to see if any monsters invade. We're going to bounce some monsters closer to the town, so they move kind of down like this. And if monsters flee, we get some penalties. Then we refresh and upgrade our dice. I'll talk about the dice in a bit. We'll pull all our action discs back from the board. We'll check this step is skipped because we don't do that. We don't care about points in this version of the game. Then we're going to move the judge to the next arena. The judge is starting in the top arena up there. And then we'll advance the round marker. And there's 4 rounds, so it's pretty quick. Well, it can be a pretty quick game, but we get more actions the further we go. So see the round markers here. We start at 1, and we move 4 rounds. But in round 2, we'll get an extra action, and in round 4, we'll get an extra action. So you get more actions as you go. Okay, so how does this game work? Basically, you're trying to collect dice. So we start with 2 of these novice dice, the white ones here. And they're pretty basic. They got like 1 of each symbol and a wild and a blank. So they're pretty weak dice. And then you'll try it. You can upgrade those to these kind of, I think these are called initiate dice. So then you get a red and a blue, and they're a little bit better in half of the attributes. So there's the 4 attributes, right? And 2 of them. So you see the red die has these 2 attributes, and the blue die has these 2. So you can kind of specialize as you get up. So these are a little bit better, and they're specialized in one of the 2 sides there. And then and then you can continue down that path and get like better dice that, they're just a little, these ones are just the middle. I can't remember what these ones called, expert. Yeah, I think these are the expert dice. So they're just a little bit better again than the initiate dice. And finally you get to the guild dice, which are really specialized. So the guild dice are specialized to a single attribute, but they got double symbols and stuff like that. So they're really good. And they, I don't think there's any misses on these dice. So that's how you're trying to kind of upgrade your dice. At most you can have 6 dice. And when you use your dice, you're going to spend them. So, there's a whole thing about refreshing dice here. So you do have 4 attributes, and the 4 attributes kind of relate to the various things you can do. So the focus is how many dice you can roll when you're doing challenges and fighting. At the beginning of the game, you can just roll 1. But you can use these fruit that you start with to increase how many dice you can roll temporarily by spending fruit. And then you have spirit. The spirit has to do with these stunt cards, which I'll go over later. But basically, the stunt cards get more powerful the more spirit you have. Synergy has to do with your special player powers, which you have these cards, this deck of cards, and you can get more special player powers with those. So the higher you go up in your synergy, the more of those you get to draw and put into play. And finally, the resilience is how many dice you get to refresh and upgrade at the beginning of the round, or when you do a refresh phase. So those are kind of the 4 things that you're going to be level up. They all start at 1. Okay, so let's just really get in the game. I'll kind of explain the rest of how it works as we go. Like I said, we're just concentrating on the champion board and trying to get to the finish line before the rival, or at least finish ahead of the rival. Okay, so like I said, we always start with the rival, and how the rival works is you're going to draw a challenge card, and you're going to just check to see what type of challenge card it is, and that's where the rival will go. And in the bottom right, there's a point value on the card, and like I said, point values don't matter for anything in the solo game, but it does indicate which space on the island that the rival is going to go. In this case, it's going to be the 1 space. Okay, so if you check the solo board, it explains all this. So it says, reveal a card, and then we're going to place the rival. And if the action space is empty, we're going to place the rival there. If there are too few spaces on the islands, or it's not empty, then we place the rival on the lowest space of the fold where there's a monster. So that's that board over there. And then there's 2 things it does if it goes to either these two boards. So we're going to this board. On that board, we're going to move the boat one space. And then after we're done placing the rival doesn't actually do anything on the spaces. It's just clogging up spaces on those boards. And then we'll add the challenge card to the plot column, which I'll show you in a second. And then we check the judge's location. If like I said, the judge is starting up here, and it's going to move around the board. So if the rival is in the judge's location, then the rival is going to move 2 spaces up on the champion board. That's bad. If the rival's at the fold, then he's going to move 1 space up on there, and then it's going to do some damage to the monster that's there. And if it's not at either of those locations, it's just going to draw an extra challenge card and add it to the plot. So it's going to advance the plots faster, basically. And then once we're done all that, we're going to check to see if any plots are resolved. And then that's the end of the rival's turn. Now I'm playing on easy mode because this is quite hard. I have only beaten this solo mode once, and that was kind of like my most recent play, and I did it by the skin of my teeth. So it is quite challenging. Easy mode basically determines the plot threshold, and then there's some starting your starting resources and stuff. You get a few more starting resources, but otherwise that's all it's really doing, the easy, normal, hard. So in easy mode, the plot threshold is 12. And what that means is you've got these 3 columns here. You're going to put when they get the challenge cards, you're going to put them in columns, and you're going to add up the point value on the cards. And if that point value reaches or exceeds the plot threshold, then the plot is going to trigger. Okay. So that card will slot under there, and the rival is going to go to the first space of the stadium board, and then when they go to this space, they would just advance the boat. Okay, and the judge is not here, and we're not at the fold, so we're going to draw another challenge card, which is this one here, and we're just going to slot it under in that column related to that arena or that island. So now it's just basically move the plots forward faster. Okay. Oh yeah, I did forget that I did leave one part of setup. I do get to choose. So you draw 3 of your abilities from your deck, and you get to choose 1 to start with. So I've got these 3 to choose from. So the first one here, when I'm rolling my dice, I can use 1 resilience trait symbol as any trait symbol. So that's the shield. So that means I could use shield as a wild. That's pretty good. This one is when I push it on a synergy challenge, move +1 on the champion board. This is good because it'll help me move faster on the champion board, and any way I can do that is really good because in the solo mode. Did I do that one already? I read that one. This one, I can discard a challenge card from my hand to gain 2 shells once per turn. That one's probably the worst of these 3. So, one of these 2. I mean, in the beginning of the game, you're not rolling a lot of dice, so having extra wilds would be really good. Also, being able to move faster with the challenges, that's pretty key to the solo mode. And the problem is these will get shuffled back in. So I don't know if this will come up. I think I'm going to take this one because I think I really need this one in play, and especially in the early game, so I can move up that championship board. So I'm going to take this one. I'll put it, maybe it's going to be hard to keep all this stuff in the shot, but I'll keep it. No, that's not even in the shot. Here, these don't need to be in the shot. Put it here so that I know it's there. This I don't actually need, so I'll take this out. This is just my story. So they've got a lot of story and theme in here. So they give you a card that describes your story and then gives you some hints about how to play the character. So I'll shuffle these guys back in now that I've got my starting ability. Okay, so what I want to start with, I need some challenge cards. You don't start the game with any challenge cards. And I need to do challenges to move up the championship board. So basically my starting move is to go to the Citadel of Time here and get some challenge cards. Now I've got 4 options when I go there. I can go here to get some more shells. I'll tell you how those work in a bit. I can go here to get fruit. I use fruit to roll extra dice. Also, this will let me discard 2 of the cards from that challenge roll if I don't like them. I mean, there's some high-level ones in there that I might get rid of because I'm not going to be able to do a 5-symbol challenge at this point. So that might be smart to do. And then the last one basically lets me draw an extra challenge card. And this third space here basically lets you refresh all your dice. So now I haven't used any of my dice, so definitely not going there. I think what I want to do is it's good to have a lot of shells in the beginning. Shells actually will block damage, so that's pretty important. So I'm going to go to the space that gives me more shells. I mean, I have 3, but I'll get 3 more shells. 3, so that's what I get for going to that worker placement spot. And then now the reward or the bonus for going to the island is to choose or draw 2 challenges, okay? So at this point, you're kind of looking at a couple things with the challenges. You're trying to look where the judge is, because if I do a challenge and I do really well at the challenge in the same island that the judge is at, then I will move up the champion board. So I kind of want to do that. I've only got 2 dice right now, but you know, where the judge is there, I could get more dice. So I could get a 3rd die. So I could possibly do these 3 symbol ones. So the only one that I could do that's at that one that's in my reach. I mean, there's this one too, but there's 5 symbols on that. I'm not doing that one. And the thing is, when the judge is there, you only get to move on the championship board if you do this everything plus this bonus one here. So how these challenges work is you're trying to roll these symbols that have the dark outline around them. So to do this one, I have to roll two the focus symbols on these dice, and there's only going to be one on each face, on one face of that on each of those dice. So I need to roll 3 of 2 of those to complete the challenge. The third I can't remember what it said that, that's what this card was referring to. So see, this says when you push it on a synergy challenge, move +1 on the championship board. So that's what a synergy challenge is any challenge that has a synergy symbol on it. This one would not qualify because there's no synergy symbol on it. It's just the focus symbols. But pushing it means going for trying to get this dashed line symbol. That would be pushing it. And to get the bonus move on the championship board when you're at the judge's location, you have to push it, because it basically means you're pulling off a really cool trick. Going the extra mile, really knocking it out of the park. So this one I need. So I'll take that one and put it. I'll just keep my hand off to the side here. Every time you draw a card from here, you replace it immediately. So before I draw take my second card, I can see what this one is. Okay, so we got another one there, and it's another kind of like 3 symbol. And it would have been nice to get a 2 symbol one there, but it's another 3 symbol one there. That one, again, it doesn't match this, so there's no advantage taking that. So I don't think I'm going to bother with that one. You can also blind draw off the top here, but I think this 2 symbol one's nice and easy for the beginning of the game. So I'll probably take this one. This one's for this the draw discovering down here. So the judge isn't going to be there for 3 turns for something. Maybe I should take, because the judge is going to be here next turn, but yeah, there's only a 5 there. That I'm not going to be able to do a 5, so I'll just take that one because it's the easiest one that's showing. I mean, I could have blind draw, but it's better to take something I know what I'm going for. Okay, and so that's my turn. I've taken my action. I've gotten the bonus, and that's pretty much it. Now it goes back to the rival, and just rinse and repeat. They're just going to draw the next card, so they're going to go to where the judge is, which kind of sucks. And this one's a 3-pointer, so it's going to go to the 3rd spot right there. So he's going to go there, and because he's at the judge's location, he'll move up 2 on the champion board, and then we tuck the card. So you can see it's really pretty easy to run the rival or the bot. So yeah, very, very smooth. I really like how the solo mode works here. It's very easy to manage, and the turns are pretty snappy. Okay, so my next turn, now I'm going to want to go there too. So the other thing is, and this actually worked out pretty good for me, even though he got 2 spaces on the champion board. If the rival is on the board when you push it, the rival goes back 1 on the champion board. So having the rival with the judge and having it be able to do a challenge there, that's kind of like the perfect scenario that you're trying to line up. So this actually worked out pretty good. The other good thing is you get dice at that place, so I can get my third die. So I want to go here because that gives me the red die, which will give me a better chance of rolling the symbol I need. So I'll go there. I'll get a red die. Because I think the red die has 2 faces with that symbol instead of 1. So it's a bit better. Okay, so now I got my red die. The reward for going to that island is to draw one of these stunt cards. And these stunt cards are one-time use cards, and they always work based on your spirit value. So I do have a later challenge that will increase my spirit value, so I'll probably hang on to this until I up my spirit value with that card. So this one lets me draw a number of challenge cards equal to my spirit trait level and choose one to keep. So cool. Keep that to the side. Okay, so now that I've taken my action, I got my reward. Now I can do the challenge. So I've got this challenge to do, so I need to roll these symbols. Okay, so let's put that there. Okay, so how does this work? Okay, so the first thing you got to look at is the number of dice you're allowed to roll in a challenge or a fight is equal to your focus. Well, my focus is at 1 right now, so right now I can only roll 1 die. But the good thing is I can eat fruit to increase that by 1. So I can eat 2 fruit. I have 3 fruit right now, so I can eat 2 fruit. So you discard those. So now I can roll all 3 of my die in this challenge. Okay. Okay, so whenever you're doing a challenge, you have to roll the danger die. And that danger die, dice get worse as the rounds go on. So in the beginning round, you're rolling this easy danger die, and you just roll it with your regular dice. And you can keep rolling as long as you want, but the danger die will kind of cause damage to you that you have to use you have a shell shield here, which I didn't show you. And I'll show you how that works in a sec. And it starts with 2 shells on it. But you use the shell shield basically in your shells. That's what the shells are for, to block the damage. Okay, so let's start rolling. So you can roll as many times as you want. I'm looking for 3 of the focus symbols. So let's see what we get here. So I rolled 3 spirit symbols. So no good. And then I also rolled an X on the danger dice. So what that means, if I don't block it with a shell shield, I have to lose one of my dice permanently. It goes back into the pool. Of course, I don't want that to happen, so I got to spend a shield to stop that, okay? And then I can roll again. So roll them all again. And I'm not rolling good at all here, so I got nothing on that one. So again, I'm going to use another shell shield because I got another X here. Let's hope we start rolling better. Okay, I got 1 symbol, didn't roll anything on the danger dice, so perfect, that's good. I'll just keep this one aside. So I got 1 simple. I need 1 more to win the challenge. 2 more to push it and get the move up on the champion board. So I'm gonna keep going that. So I don't have to use a shield this time. The other thing is, with the shell shield here, is I can spend 4 shells that are on the shield already to set a die to any face. So I've got 4 on there now. And the other thing is, you can only have, at the end of your turn, you can only have 6 shells on there, up to 6. And the other thing it does is you can spend 6 shells from the shield to refresh 2 of your dice. So that's another thing I might want to do. But if I just need to roll 1 more of these focus, and then I can spend these 4 shells to set the die to any face. So really just need 1 more of those focus symbols. And I got both of them. So this is wild, so that's anything. And then I rolled a shell, another symbol. So I got all 3. I do have to take another damage, so I will use another shell. So I'm up to 5 there. Ideally, I would have liked to get to 6 because then I could use those to refresh my dice because my dice are used now. Okay, so now that we've rolled them all, they're going to go into the spent dice. Okay, so what happens? First thing you do is for each symbol on the challenge that you passed, you get to increase the matching attribute of that. So these are all the same, so I get to increase my focus by 3, which is a good one to increase. 1, 2, 3. So you notice it doesn't level up every time you move it. So now I can roll I moved it 3 spaces, but I can still only roll 2 dice. I mean, I can roll 2 instead of 1, so that's awesome. And it does tell you when it will actually level. So the highest anything goes on any of these dials is 4. So I'm 1 space away from getting my focus up to 3 dice, which is kind of the sweet spot of where you want to get to. I mean, 4 is nice, but most of the time, 3 is pretty good. Because you remember, you can always spend fruit to increase it. So now my focus is at level 2. Okay, so that's one thing I'm looking for. Second thing is I also get to tuck these cards. So there's spots under your board to tuck these. And the other thing I'm looking for is anytime you complete a row, so basically completing a challenge at each one of the arenas, and you get a complete roll, you get to move up 2 on the champion board. So that's the other thing I'm trying to do to move up the champion board, is to make sure that I'm constantly moving around and doing different to get the rows to move up on that board. Okay, so now I pushed it where the judge was and where the rival was. Okay, unfortunately, I didn't get to trigger this card. It would have been really nice if I could have triggered that, but I couldn't because it wasn't the right symbols on that card. But in any case, because the rival is there when I did the push it, the rival moves back 1, and then I'm gonna move up 1 because the judge was there. Okay. Okay, so that's the end of my turn. Okay, next thing. And all this is, there's reminders on the solo board over here about all those kind of bonuses and stuff that you get. Oh, sorry, I did miss one thing. The other thing, when you do complete a challenge, you do get to you can remove these plot cards. Now it has to be, you can remove a card that's equal to or lower to the value of the one you did. So I did a 2.1. Unfortunately, the one that is in the column that the rival did is a 3.1, so I cannot remove the 3.1 with a 2 challenge. But that's the other thing that you get to do when you complete challenges, is remove, basically scale back the plot, keep the plots from triggering. And that's probably why, that's a good reason for you to do a higher level challenges. But I mean, 3 challenge is probably the hardest I could do at this point. Although now I have 3 dice and, my focus is up higher, so I can be able to do better challenges soon. Okay, so let's do the rival's turn. Okay, they're staying there. Oh yeah, and he just got lucky too. He went to the exact space that's available on there, so that's bad luck. And that does kind of that is one of the kind of cons of this. It is a bit random sometimes with the rival and the luck that they get, that he's able to do 2 challenges where the judge is here. So he's going to move up another 2. He's getting up there pretty quick. Yeah. Okay, so he's done. Now you notice I don't have any action discs left, and that was the rival's last turn. But because I am ahead of, can't remember what her name is, but I'm ahead of this ally. I can use her to do an action and use the ability she has at the top here, and her ability is add +1 to your max roll for each other character on the same island. Yeah, that's not super useful. I mean, I guess if I had another challenge to do here, then I could move her there and do the challenge. Yeah, that card's not that great. Okay, so what do I want to do here? So, I have no dice, so going here and doing the challenge is I'm not gonna be able to do. Well, you know what? I could, because I can go here and refresh, but unfortunately my refresh is only 1, so I can only refresh 1 of my die, and this one needs 2, so that wouldn't be too great. The other thing, I could go to here and kind of move. When you go here, you move this boat, and then you basically collect every reward it passed. Now if I went here with her, this lets me move the boat in extra space, and the extra space here is moving me up the champion board, which would let me also use this character, because I'd catch her on the champion board. And I get an extra action, so that might be good to do. I think I will do that. So I'm gonna put here. I'm gonna move to. I get a shell, and I move one on this track, which now I'm equal to the other ally, so I can use that ally's ability. And then this ally is going to move up 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'm actually close to being able to use her again next round. And then her card, even though I didn't use it, it gets spent. And then you just put it to the bottom, and then you flip the next one. Okay, no, I don't have a challenge to do or anything there, so that's it for that action. And now I can do her action. So her special is you may use your synergy trait level in place of focus. That's not any good because my focus is better than my synergy, so that card's kind of not useful either. But yeah, too bad I didn't get my resilience up. And even if I got the 6th shell here to get refresh 2 dice, I don't think I can refresh those in the middle of a fight. So that's not going to help. I could come here, and then there's these market cards here, so I could get a bunch of shells. Also, you get fruit from going here, so I could get a couple more fruit. I am low on fruit. The other thing I could do is maybe come back to the Citadel time here and get ready for next round. I think I'll do that because I need a challenge here. And I need more fruit. I've only got 1 fruit left, so I think I'm gonna take her, and I'm gonna come here because this lets me do a few things. It lets me get 3 fruit, so I'm back stocked up on fruit, and I could discard 2 cards from here. So I'm gonna ditch these high level ones that aren't gonna help me right now. Let's see if we get something better. I do need. Oh, perfect. Fortunately, it's another focus card. But at least it's one I can do. So remember, coming here, I get to draw 2 cards. So I'll take this one. Unfortunately, I'm leveling up. I mean, the focus is a good one to level up, especially early in the game. Oh, okay, and now I got another one. 4 dice. What are my other options here? I've already got one for this island here for the couple turns later. I'll take it. I mean, the judge is going to be here next round, so being able to do 2 challenges there would be kind of big. Oh, I should look at the. You know what? Actually, this one's better. They're both 4, but this one's better because it has this symbol here, which would trigger this card and give me an extra bump on the champion track. If I can do this one, if I can push that one, that means I have to get all 4 symbols. So I will need an extra die. And I'm gonna have to refresh. Maybe I should have refreshed my dice. Oh well. Okay. Okay. So that's the end of her action. I didn't use her card, so her card's going to flip, and then she's gonna move up 3. Okay. So that's the end of the round. So now we go through the end of round stuff. Okay. So now we got to check for monster invasion by rolling the invasion die. Okay. So that's this die here. So this will tell us if which monsters will invade. Run space is empty right now, so they won't necessarily get an invasion. So 1 to 4 is this bottom one here, and this one's 6 to 8. So there's no monster here right now, so we're not getting an invasion. And the invasion actually doesn't really hurt you in this solo game if the rival hasn't gone there, because you only take the invasion hit if the rival has more damage on the monster than you do. And right now, neither of us have put any damage on it. So the next step is to advance the monsters and reveal a new one. So this one's going to advance, and then we're going to reveal the next one. Okay, and then the next step is to remove fleeing monsters and move -1 on the champion board if you've not hit that monster. Yeah, so The monster rules are a little bit. So I'm reading you the basic rules, but the monster rules are a little bit different with this version. So, um, if the in this one, if the monster invades, suffer the invasion penalty. If the monster is killed, do not gain a reward. Um, this is only when the rival has more hits than you. And if the monster flees, you move -1 on the champion board. All those things only happen if the rival has more hits than you. In the regular game, it doesn't matter. And fleeing is if, next round, if this monster is still here, it'll leave the board, and that's what fleeing means. Okay, so next step, we're going to refresh and upgrade dice equal to our resilience trait level. Now, this is another thing you really want to upgrade early. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do that, so I can only refresh and upgrade one die. So I think I'll pick one of these white ones, and I'll upgrade it to a blue, so that I have a red and a blue speciality. So that I've refreshed it and upgraded it to the next level. Okay. And then we're going to return our character action disc to the character board. You skip this check the champion board step. Then we're going to move the judge and then advance the round marker. So pull the guys back. Action markers. Okay, now the round marker is going to move up. Oh, sorry, the judge goes first. The judge is going to move. So this board here. Then this round marker is going to move up, and you'll see the discs are here. So we're going to get an extra action from this round forward, but we're also going to use the worst damage dice when we're doing challenges and fighting monsters. Okay, so that's it, and now we're ready to go for round 2. So the rival always goes first. So the rival is going back up to the Chronoseum up there, and it's going to spot 1. Getting quite a few cards under here. Spot 1. Now the judge isn't there, and he's not at the fold, so he's going to do an extra plot advancement, which is going to advance this one here. Okay, so now I got to check for the plot thresholds. We're at 7, 5, and 1, so we're looking at for 12, so all good there. So that's the end of his turn. Now it's my turn. Okay, so I got lots of challenge cards. The judge is down here, but I got to refresh some dice, and I could use some extra dice too. So I'm not quite ready yet to do any challenges. I have 3 actions this time, so I don't have any challenges to do up there. So I think I'll go to the Chronoseum also, so I can get another die. I do need... Actually, I need these blue ones more than the red ones. So I think... Unfortunately, he took the blue die spot. So that red die is not going to help me with these symbols. It will help me with these ones. So maybe... Yeah, I did want to do this one, though, but... I might not... I only need 1 extra die. Okay, let's go here, because I got enough fruit, so getting a low-level die on a fruit is probably not as good as getting a red one. I'll get another stunt card. Okay, this one, when fighting a monster, upgrade a number of dice equal to your spirit trait level. Oh, cool. That's pretty good. Okay, that's the end of my turn. Rival. Oh, he's staying there again. But he's going to spot 2, which I just took from him. Okay, so what that means is, since he can't go to that spot, he is going to go to the lowest spot where there's a monster on the fold. He's going to go here. Oh, and I should mention the reason we leave these action tokens behind is they block the spots, so you can't take the same spot somebody's already taken. That's what the action tokens are for. I don't think I mentioned that. Okay, so he's here. So he doesn't actually he sort of fights the monster. So so it tells you on here what to do. So he's there. He moves one up on the champion board. He's gonna move one up there, and then he's gonna deal hits equal to the round number. So we're on round 2. So he's gonna do 2 hits, and they always start in the top right and go down. So he's gonna do 2 here. And then if the monster is killed, he gets to go move up again on the champion board. And if I had fewer hits than him there, I would move -1 on the champion board. So you don't want to let him finish the monster off, that's for sure. And he'll always go to this bottom spot and keep working on him. So I kind of want to look at the monster now too. Because this is going to flee next round. So then I will take I will go back 1 on the champion board if that monster flees and he still has more spaces than me. The problem with the monsters is, and this is the tough part, is that you lose all the dice you use to fight the monster. So that's the hard part about the monster. But if I can finish the monster off, it's pretty good. So kind of look at that. I tend not to fight. The monsters are better to fight in the later rounds, so we'll kind of play it by ear here, whether I want to do that or not. I do need to get these 2 dice back, though. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, so I got 2 more actions left. I could go here and refresh 1 die, and then that would give me 3 dice. I also have but I should save this one for next round. Then I can do 1 here. So let's do that. Let's go the Duska ring. Go here. Fortunately, my resilience is really low right now, so it's not that great. I only get to do 1. Okay, so now I can either take a fruit or buy something from the market. I have 4 fruit. I have lots of shell shields. So none of this is, this one might be good to get an extra. Maybe I'll do that one because then I'll have my 4 die and I don't have to refresh that one. I'll spend the 2 fruit. Because I've got 2 focus and I have enough fruit to pay to get the dice in there. So I'll buy this one here, which just gives me a white die and a shell, and then this draws right away. So I'll take a white die and a shell. That's a pretty good deal, I think. I'll see, I have 5 dice, so I'm still under the 6 die limit. And that's the end of my turn there. So the rival's going to go again, and now they're going to the Duska ring where I am. And they're going to space 2 here. And they're going to advance the plot like the second time. So the judge is not there, and they're not at the fold. Oof. Moving up these plots fast. This is a bad one to do too. So 7, 8, 9, 10. Getting close on that one. 4, 5, 6, 7. I gotta start doing some challenges here. Okay, so I'm ready to do a challenge here. So the boats, when I go there, the boat's gonna move. So which spot do I want? I can get a bunch of fruit. I can get another challenge. If I make it move twice, I can get another challenge. I've got quite a few challenge cards right now. Ooh, there is a good one here though. Yeah, you know what? I might want to do that. So I don't really need well, it's good to get some shells back, but yeah, I'll just go here. I'll get the shells. Let's get 2 shells. The boat moves 1. Which will give me 2 fruit. Okay. And then I'm going to do, so I've got 4 dice. I could, I'm going to go for this one here. I'm gonna roll 4 of these dice. Unfortunately, these dice don't roll the symbols I need. Yeah, actually, that's not grab. Yeah, it's too bad I couldn't have gotten a blue from that space. Yeah, I don't think I can do this one yet. I'm better off going for this one because I only have one die that gives me these 3 symbols. So this one, I could use these 3. This one's useless to roll because it doesn't roll these symbols. Well, it can roll a wild, but that's it. So I'm gonna go for this one. So now I'm using the harder danger die. Oof. Didn't roll. Oh, and I rolled a double damage here. Didn't roll anything I needed. So I need 3 of these symbols, and I gotta use 2 shell shields. 2 shells. Okay. Okay, that's a bit better. At least I didn't roll any damage that time. I got 1 symbol. Just need 1 more. I've got 4 shells on my shield there, so I can use that to set a die. Oof. Didn't roll any symbols I needed again. Still got lots of shells, so I'm okay. Okay, so now I got this symbol. Oh, you know what? I got a free roll. Didn't take any damage, so... Well, I'm gonna lose these anyways because I can only have 6 on here at the end of the turn. So I'll spend my 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can set this to any die face I want. So set it to what I need. So I got that. Okay. Okay, so these go in my spent. I get to advance my focus up 3 again. Oh, sorry. I was using 3 dice. I can only use 2. I was supposed to spend a fruit. So I should have spent a fruit. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now I can legally use 3 dice in a fight. Okay. So I did that. This one's going to go slotted here. Now I can remove a 2 or lower card from the challenge. He does have one here, so I can discard this. This is a 1 value one, so I can discard that. And I performed the trick where the judge is, so I get to move up 1, which will give me access to her action. So that's good. So that means I get another action this round. And I think that's it, right? I moved everything up. Yep, that's the end of my turn. Okay, the Rebels' last turn this round. They are going back to the Chronoseum. Oh, and that plot's going to hatch too. Not great. And they're going to get to an extra plot card. Oh, wait a minute. 4, yeah. Sorry. Forgot. I got to make sure I check where that there's a valid spot for them to go to. Okay, and I was going to do an extra plot. Okay. Hope we don't get too triggered here. Looks like we might. Okay, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This one's hatching. 4, 5, 6, 7, 11. This one's just under. Luckily. Okay, so this one's triggering. Okay, so how that works. So if the total points on a plot column exceeds the plot threshold, we discard half the cards in the column, rounded up. So I've got 5 in here, so 3 of these cards are going to get discarded, and we go with the highest cards first. So I got a 4, a 3, and a 2 here. So these ones are going to get discarded, and that's going to be the plot strength. Okay, so the plot strength here is 3. Plus 1 if you're ahead of the rival. I'm not ahead of the rival. I'm quite enough 2 spaces behind the rival. So so the plot strength will be 3. Now the plot effect in this Droska Ring column is to draw a plot effect card, and resolve it. So you draw one of these cards here. And this says framed. Move the rival forward on the champion board by an amount equal to the plot strength. Oh, that's terrible. That's a really big. This is the worst column for these things. So he's going to move up 3. It's devastating. So you really want to try to manage these plot, by doing the challenges. Last thing I probably want to do here. I would like to fight the monster, but I only got the one. Now, when you do go to fight the monster, you do get a bonus die if, um, if you have if you've completed a challenge that matches their type. So this one here, you see that it's that symbol. It does match. I have one of those, so I would get to as a bonus die. I would get a level 1 die. Now, if I had 2 cards in this column here, I would get a level 2 die, and then it keeps going, so you can get all the way up to a guild die as a bonus die for the monster fight. So that's another thing you're looking for. I only have one. Yeah, so I would get a bonus die. So I would have 2 dice to fight. But the problem is, I would really like this die to be this red die, because if I get that, then I get, because see it has a champion symbol over there. If I get that, I get to move on the champion track. And I really don't want to lose this die for just matching. Like I'm fine with losing one of these dice, but I really don't want to lose that one to that. So don't think I'm going to do that. So I do have her actions. Let's see what her special is for this round. Her special is when you push it on a 2-symbol challenge, advance the push trait 1 extra notch. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad, but yeah, I do have an easy challenge here, don't I? I have this one. Oh, but I got the wrong color die. I got a blue die. Well, I guess I could lose this die. I mean, I have 4 dice. Because if this one invades, I'm going to lose a die anyway if I don't have the same number of symbols. And it's going to fall off. So I probably really want to go there. So let's go here. So I get 2 shells for going there. Oh, and I should have mentioned these spots here. These spots with the dashed lines. You can have any number of action discs in those spots. So you can go to those spots any number of times, unlike the non-dash spots. I didn't mention that, sorry. Okay, so steps for the monster fight. We'll go through those. So you're going to select the die you use and pay 1 fruit for each die over your focus level. So my focus is at 3 already. So, and I've got 1 die here. So I'm only using 1 die. That's all I have to do. Then gain your fighting style bonus die. So this is what I was talking about. With a level equal to the number of challenges you completed in that style, there's no fruit cost for this. So this was because I'm a level 1 in that. I got extra die. So it'll give me 2, so I can get the 2 symbols I need to match the rival on that. Then it works just like the challenge, basically, except I lose all my dice at the end of that. So you kind of don't want to fight the monster with a lot of dice. Okay, so let's fight the monster. Now this symbol here, I can only match that if I had a red die. I don't. I got a blue one, unfortunately. It would have been better if I had my red one for this, but so okay. So got nothing I needed, and I'm taking 1 damage, so I'll spend a shield. Okay, I got a shield. And I'll take another one of these. So I think I'll spend 4 shields here. 4 to set this to a shield. And that will get me my 2 that I need. Okay, so these 2 dice are discarded. I mean, 1 was a bonus die anyway. So I really only lost 1 die. I was going to lose that die anyways when if it invaded. So, but then I get to put these 2 on. The only problem now is I've made it easy. Well, I guess if it wasn't fleeing this round, that would be a bad move because it makes it really easy for the rival. Or if the rival had still actions left, that would be bad because the rival could easily kill that monster. But it's fleeing this round, so that just protects me from going back on the champion board for not having as many symbols as the rival when you played. Okay, so that's the end of the round. So we're back to and around things. So we're going to check for the monster invasion now. So this is the one that's invading, because we're tied. So see, I would have lost a dice. I'm not going to lose a die. I already lost a die technically. So that's kind of why I went for that, because I was like, oh, I'm going to probably lose a die anyways. Odds are 50-50. Okay, and then the monsters are going to advance. So this one moves off. Now in the normal game, you just keep these to the side to see who has the most damage, done the most damage. Doesn't matter in the solo game. I'll do that anyway. So that monster flees. This one moves down one. Then we get a new monster. Okay. And now we're going to refresh and upgrade our dice. My refresh is still 1. So I'll refresh this die and I'll upgrade it. So I get one of these extra good die. I really got to get my resilience up. And now we're just going to return our character action discs. Okay, the judge is going to move here now. And then we move the round marker. So nothing special this round. Just going into the next round. Okay, and the rival goes first again. So the rival is going here. And it's going to the first space. So right there. And there's no judge there. So let's go on and do advance the plot again. Okay, so it's this. Luckily, it's this one, and this plot is kind of the weakest plot. So I actually don't mind if this one triggers, because all this plot does when it triggers is move the boat around. It's no big deal. So not all plots are created equal in this game. Okay, that's it for the rival, and now I get my first turn. So what do I want to do? So I got to get some dice. Like I've got 3 dice here. So the fastest way to get dice back when you're weak like me and don't have enough symbols is to go here, because that refreshes all your dice. So that I'll get all 3 of these back, and then I could draw 2 more challenges. So let's see. I've got to go here this round. So I've got an easy one there and the good dice for that. It'd be good to do 2 there. Just really pump this up this time. Oh, and this one gives me the extra one. So I'm going to definitely taking this one. And next round they're going to go to the Chronoseum, so I should probably get a Chronoseum card. Oof, I guess I'll go for this one. This one's pretty hard at this point. Although I've got 4 die, but they've all got to be shields. And all my 2 of my dice are red right now, so they don't even roll shields. So I guess I'll take this lower level one. Okay, so the one I'm going to focus on next will be this one here. Okay, rival's turn. Okay, so he's going to the Chronoseum. And now the Chronoseum plot's going to trigger. So that one's triggering. First we'll move him. Okay, so he's going to the first spot on the Chronoseum. He likes that blue die spot. Going here, and again the judge isn't there, so he'll do another one of these. This plot's going pretty quick. Okay, so a lot of cards here. So half the cards, so it's 3 cards. Let me pull up the biggest ones. So that's these 3. So this is going to be a strength 3 plot. So this remove monster hits equal to the plot strength. But we don't have any monster hits. Okay, so that actually did nothing. So hey, that's not too bad. So the only really bad one is this one here. Well, I mean, I guess this one would have been bad if that happened before, the end of the last round. This one's definitely the worst. So I really want to watch this one. But I'll be doing a lot of plots there, so to get rid of those. These 2 are kind of like nothing much, but it looks of it. Okay, so back to my turn. Okay, so I'm ready to roll here. I'm going to go back here and yeah, probably get some more shells. Two shells. Two shells there. I can buy a card here. Ooh, this one gives me a card and levels me up. Levels up a trait, which would be nice. Especially to get this resilience up. And this is up 3, so I'm going to be able to use 3 dice, so I don't need my fruit right now. So I'll spend that on this card here. So that gives me a challenge and moves me up on one ending track. Oh, I forgot to refill this challenge here. That's a pretty decent card to get. Ooh, 2 red dice. That's not bad. Okay, so what challenge do I want? So it's going to be Chromaceum next. This one's not bad. Okay, so I got that, and then I can move any one of my attributes up by 1. I think I want to do this resilience so I can refresh faster. Plus, I mean, I'm doing this one here, and it doesn't have any shield symbols on it, so it's not going to... It's the one thing that's not getting upgraded. I keep going up on focus. I'm almost at full focus, which is pretty good to be. I mean, but, the other thing you want to do is resilience. So none of these have resilience on it, so... Okay, so now I can do my challenge. Okay, so I want, my focus is 3, so I can use 3 dice. So I'm going to use these 3 here. So we're still using this damage die here. Okay, we got here. Okay, so now I have rolled these 2, but the problem is this die doesn't roll these symbols. So I don't want to use this die up for one of these symbols. So because I need it to roll the blue symbol. Now I did roll 2 damage, which is really bad. Good thing I got the extra shields. Okay, yay, I got both the symbols I needed. Perfect. And I gotta spend another shield. Okay, good. Okay, so these go in my spent dice. Okay, now we're gonna move up, level up the attributes. So this one goes up 2, so I can use 4 die now. Now after this point, you just get more points. So in the normal game, this would be good to just get extra points. In the solo game, it doesn't do anything. Oh yeah, and I move my synergy up 1, and when your synergy levels up, you draw 2 of your special ability cards, and you get to pick one, and the other one goes on the bottom of the deck. So I got that wild thing again, so I could use my shield values as wilds. That's not bad. Or when you're on the same island as another character, reduce your danger die level by 1 if possible. Oh, that's not bad. So that would be if I guess that would work if I'm on the same island as the rival, and probably also if one of these guys. I'm assuming the allies would also count for that. That might be good, although the extra wild is good. I'm gonna do extra wild. So we got those 2. This one goes on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so that's the leveling up the attributes. Okay, so now a bunch of things. So I'm slotting this one. So a couple things here. I've completed a row here. I've got 1 on each arena, so that gives me +2 on the champion board. I also completed. I also did I pushed it where the judges, so I get 1 for that, and also I pushed it on a synergy challenge, which is this card here. So I'm going to move up 4 on the championships board. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that unlocks 2 extra actions for me. So that was a good move. Okay, so that's the end of my turn. Rival's turn. Okay, he's coming down here, so he's just going to be advancing plots again. Oh, he's going to go to spot... Oh, no. Sorry. Keep forgetting to look at this. He wants to go to spot 1, but he went there already. So he's going to go to the fold. Yeah, which means he moves 1 on the championship board. And he's going to do these 2 here. Now what do I want to do? Now I got to get dice back. Now I can do another challenge here. And it's only a 2 die challenge, so I really just need to refresh 1 die. Although I can refresh 2 now, so I'm going to move here. That lets me refresh, so I'll refresh the 2 die. And I don't have any fruit, so I can't buy any of the market cards. So the other thing I can do for the island bonus is get a fruit. So I'll get a fruit. I can use up to 4 dice now, so in a challenge. So I'm all good there. We'll do this one. I'm just going to roll 2 of these. I have 3 shells. Oh, okay, I'm fine. I only need 2 symbols here. Got 1 of them, didn't take any damage, so that's good. Took 1 damage. I could use that. What do I want to do here? Yeah, I think I'm going to spend the 4. 2, 4. Just set the die to what I want. Okay. Okay, these are spent. Okay, so I gotta move up 2 on the spirit track. So now that makes these cards better. Slot this card here. And oh, you know what I keep forgetting to do? I forgot to remove the card last turn. So I should have been able to remove a level 2 card from here last turn, and this turn I can move a level 1, so that plot, that's the worst plot, so that's a good one to reduce down to nothing. Yeah, and then the judge is there, so I get to move up another one. Actually, keeping up to the rival here. Okay, so that's the end of my turn. Rival's got this last turn for the rival. And the rival, okay, now the rival's coming, 4. 1, 2, 3. There's only 3 spots here, so he can't, there's nowhere for him to go, so he's going to the reef again. Oof, that's bad news for me. I'm not going to be able to beat him here. And he took out the good spots. Well, yeah, because if I kill... Do I get the kill bonus? No, I don't gain the reward. What? I don't get the reward, but I get the kill bonus. Yeah, anyway, in either case, I'm losing a die. Because when that monster flees. Well, no, I won't, because if I kill it, it won't flee. And then I'll get the kill bonus, which is just move. You know what? I should go kill that monster. That's the best move. So, yeah, so I've got the 2 actions with these guys left. So let's see what they can do. So this one, before attempting a challenge while on the same island as another character, I can gain a shield. Or before a challenge, you may give 1 shell to another character on the same island. Then if you complete the challenge, draw a stunt card. Oh, I should check my stunt cards here. What do I got here? Draw a number of challenge cards equal to your spirit level. When fighting a monster, upgrade a number of dice equal to your spirit trait level. Ooh. Now, the good thing is, for this game, there is an almanac that has clarifications for all the cards in the game, so that's pretty good. Okay, so this allows you to upgrade a number of dice equal to your spirit trait level. You may only upgrade dice that you are using to fight the monster, and each die may only be upgraded once. Yeah, okay. So, and I can't use it to refresh dice. So kind of what I thought it would do. So let's do that. Let's do that anyways. This doesn't really do, this guy's ability doesn't help me for anything, so I'll use this guy here. I'm going to be using this die, and it's purple. So I'm a 1 level on the purple. So I'll get 1 die here, and I'll spend this card that lets me upgrade each of those by 1 level. So I can trade these for better dice. Okay, so what do I need here? Oh, red and blue symbols. So I will trade them for these guys. That's too bad he covers these really fast, because that would have been nice to get that blue one. Okay, let's do some monster. I only got 2 shells though. That's a problem. Okay, got none of the symbols I need. Man, shields are wild. Yeah. Oof, only got 1. This might not work out too well, especially if I roll a double X right now. I just don't have a lot of shells. Hoping for a good roll here. Ugh, I only got 1 symbol. Okay, so, oh, you know what? So I use the shell to block this. Gives me 4 shells on my shield, and I can spend those to set the blue die to anything. So I got it by the skin of my teeth. Okay, those dice are gone. So I get to kill the monster. So it's dead. Again, this probably doesn't matter anything to keep track of these, but monster is killed. I don't get the reward because the rival had more hits than I did, but I do get the kill bonus, which is to move up 1 on the champions board. Yeah, so that's pretty good. I would have lost that die anyways, probably. Okay, and the rival doesn't have any more actions left. I do have 1 more action. Oh, sorry. I always keep forgetting to move these guys. So 1, 2, 3. That guy's moved, and I gotta get rid of his card. Okay, so 2 of my 3 dice are gonna be refreshed. I'm down to 3 dice. So, I probably want to use this guy let's get some more I got so many red dice. It keeps taking the blue die from over here. But oh yeah, let's get another red die. I need some, what challenges am I doing there? So I've got this. Yeah, okay, so red dice it is. I guess red dice will still help me. Okay, I got a red die and a new stunt card. You can use 1 of these stunt cards per turn. Oh, okay, so this lets me refresh. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, and I forgot to refresh these. I keep forgetting refresh those. Okay, so I drew my status card. I got my die. I technically could do a challenge there, but I only have 1. Well, I could refresh two dice and attempt this challenge. But yeah, I don't have enough blue dice to actually even complete this challenge. Well, you could always roll wilds on these, but ugh, that'd be so hard. But I guess I could. I don't have any shells either. Yeah, that's just a bad idea because I'll just end up losing the dice. I need some shells and stuff first. So let's end the round there. Okay, so end around. Going to check for the monster invasion. 8. So this guy's invading. Actually, I probably didn't even need to roll that because nobody has hit dice on there, so it's not going to do anything. So it's just going to move down 1, and then we're going to get an extra 1. That's the last one. Heading into the last round here. So now we're going to refresh and upgrade the dice. I get to refresh and upgrade 2. So I'll refresh and up these 2, and I'll upgrade these 2. So I'll just keep this one because this one will upgrade into that. And now I get to pick, since I need these red symbols, I'm going to specialize in these spirit symbols and go all in on the spirits. Okay, and then we're going to return all our characters. Oh, and again, of course, I forgot to move the green ally up on the track here. 1, 2, 3. I'm actually staying quite ahead of them, so that's good. I'll get a couple turns with their actions. Okay, that's all refreshed. Now I'm going to move the judge. So the judge is going to be back up here. And then we go to the last round. We get our last action tokens, and we're rolling that red die from this point forward. Red die is nasty. Okay, Rival goes first. Where is he going? Okay, so he's going down here into space 4. And likely going to trigger the plot here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boat moves 1. And then he's going to do an extra. There's no judge there, so he's going to do an extra one. That's this one. Okay, so what do we got here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Okay, so that's not triggered yet. Getting close. Okay, so my first action. So I need some shell shields. I got lots of challenges to do, so I don't think, because I've got 2 purples to do this round, so I really just need shells. Now if I go here, I'll get 2 shells isn't great. I could get 3 shells by going up there, but I don't really need challenges right now. Where else can I get shells? Yeah, this is probably the best place to get shells. There or here. Oh, and then I guess I could buy... Yeah, okay, that would get me more shells. Yeah, let's go... Oh, can I do a challenge there too? No, I don't have... I do have a challenge card here. Yeah, I don't have the dice to do that, really. Get 1 die. Not really... Need more blue dice for this. I'm really bad at blue dice this round. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go here. Get 2 shells. Then I can spend my fruit. Buy this card. Get 2 more shells. That kind of refreshes my shell stock, so I can do a challenge. Okay, Rival is going to go to the second space on this board, which I've already taken up. So he's going to the fold. He's going here. Move up. 2. Okay, so I've got shells. I can do my challenge now. So I want to do this red one, I think. I need 4 dice, so... taking that red die again. Well, this one rolls double red. I really need to start collecting blue. So, while I got a shot at getting a blue die, let me get a blue die. Even though I probably need a red one for this. Card. Oh. Shell burst. Or I could refresh this one. I'll spend this card to get the 2 more shells. Stocked up on shells. Because the dice really hurts now. Okay. The blue die's not really going to help me with this. But I am going to need this guy to roll a double symbol. So that's like a 50-50. So, I will just use the 3 dice. Oh, wait a minute, though. Yeah, my shields are wild, so, I will use this die. I can use up to 4. So I'll use my blue die. I forgot my shields are wild, so that works. What do we got here? Oh, I got it on the first shot here. Wild. So I got the 2 wild, plus this one's either or, and I didn't even take any damage, so I got the 4 symbols I needed. Those are all spent. Okay, so sorry, should have put the card up that I was fighting for here. Didn't even have to spend any shells on that, and I stocked up so nicely. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Now my stunt cards are even better. Okay, so this guy's gonna slot under here. Yeah, I guess I should go down here and do this challenge here, even though, because that would give me 2 on the track. So I'm at where the judge is, so I can go up 1 here. And oh yeah, and then that was a 3, so I can remove a 3. The highest one is a 2, so I'll remove a 2. Foil the plot. Okay, that's it for my turn. Rival is going down here to number 2, but I've already gotten to spot 2, so he's taking another. He's gonna force me to fight that monster. This is not good if he beats the monster, but it is an easy monster kill, so that's good. I just need a die, so I gotta refresh a die somehow. Okay, so I need my dice back. So maybe let's just refresh the whole shebang. Go up here. That will refresh all my dice. So I got all my dice back, and I can get 2 challenges. What do I want at this point? I don't think it matters. Yeah, I'll just get one of these and do this one here. Okay. And Rival's going, please don't fight the monster again. He's going to spot 3. Okay, good, he's going here. Well, he's going to trigger the worst plot, I think. 6, 8, 11. Ooh, just short. Good thing I'm playing on easy. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to foil a plot there. Because these are nasty when they trigger. This is the worst one. Okay, but he is going to move. Oh, he's going to draw an extra because the judge isn't there. So, oh man, don't trigger that one. Okay, didn't. 1, 3, 6, or 1, 3, 5, 6, 10. Oh, it's only 11. Close to triggering that one. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go try to take out that monster. So I'm gonna go here. I get, what is it? 2 shells to go there. 2 shells to go there. So that monster's in this column here. So I get a leveled up die. And yeah, I'll get a, doesn't really matter, blue. I'll waste this die on that. Okay, and then I roll red. Okay, I got that one. Didn't roll any damage. I just need the symbol. Okay, 2 damage there. Nope. Come on. Nope, no damage that time. There we go. Oh, 2 more damage. Okay. Okay, got that one. Okay, so those dice are lost. 2 hits on that. I'll just add those to the pile. Okay, so no reward because he had more damage on that. I guess I should say the rewards are here, so there's good rewards here. Like this one was advance any trait by 1 notch and gain 3 fruit. But I do get the kill bonus, which is good. Keeping up with the rival here. I gotta be at front of him by the end of this round. Okay, so that's the end of my turn. Monster. Okay, so he's going down here, spot 2. Okay, so this one's gonna trigger now. Just not that big a deal. And this is his last turn too, so now I don't gotta worry about him. He's going here. And okay, so and then he's gonna draw an extra block card. I don't want him to draw this one. Okay, good. That one's okay. That's the last card, so that one's not gonna. I was worried what this was gonna do. Okay, so this is going to be half rounded up, so it'll be 4 cards. It doesn't really matter which one's at this point because he's done his last turn. So it's just a plot 4, so just moving the boat 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not that big a deal. Okay, now I've got both of these guys left, so I've got 2 actions left to get ahead of him. I want to do a challenge here, so I'm going to go here. There's 1 space left open here, so I'll go here. When you complete a 3 symbol challenge, you may take your island bonus again. Okay. Push it on a resilience challenge, move +1 on the champion board. Ooh. Do I have a resilience? Oh, I do have a resilience challenge. Okay, so I'm going to use that one, because that one, I'll get a bonus for the shields. Be nice if, do I have one with shields and? Ooh, I do. This one has shields and those. Oh, but lots of blue on this one. I only have 1 blue die still. Man, I'm terrible at the blue dice. Anyways, I should get 2 fruit. And you know what? Yeah, and it'll be hard doing either of these because I don't have. I need a wild, basically. Well, I can spend 4 to do any results. I'm not gonna be able to do I need 3. I need 3 blue on that one, so that's just not happening. Well, I guess I just need 1 blue and 1 shield on this one. I don't have to. Do I have to do? Oh yeah, I have to push it. Yeah, I have to push it to get that. To get this bonus to give me the extra one. So yeah, I'll try this one. Okay, what do I need here? Got this one. Symbol. Oh, I got a wild. That's good. The shield. One of these. I'll need 1 more symbol. Oh, and I got a wild. And I can spend 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get that. Oops. I don't lose that die. It goes into the spent. What did I do with my other die? Oh, they're over here. It goes into spent. Okay. Okay, so move up 2 shields. 1, 2. And move up 2 these. 1, 2. That finishes this. This finishes this row. This is the correct challenge for this. I needed a shield challenge to get the bonus, so I'm going to move up 3 here. 1, 2, 3. And it doesn't really matter at this point to finish this stuff out because, I mean, I have to get, the rival took his last turn. I've got 1 more action left technically, but I am finishing the game ahead of the rival. He's not moving any further. So that's a win on easy mode. So yeah, that's how this game plays. I really enjoy this solo mode. I think it's a lot of fun. As you know, it is a little different than the regular game because you're not going for points. Like I don't care about all the points I got. It's all about that challenge board, but it's that champion board. But it's pretty cool. This is actually my biggest win I've had. This is probably the best I've ever played playing this. So yeah, that's how this works. So as usual, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.